everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be chatting about how to prioritize tasks within your business and what you should even be working on. So welcome back to the Ideas to Impact Entrepreneur Show. I'm your host, Lauren Black, the owner of Bosscation, a business retreat in a box so that entrepreneurs like you can get away from your daily grind to strategically plan for your business. So what do you do to prioritize your tasks within your business? Now, a lot of times people don't even know what they should be working on in their business. So it's hard for them to prioritize when they don't even know what to be working on. So hopefully you've grabbed my free checklist of 80 tasks that you should be working on in your business to stay ahead and build a strong foundation. If you haven't, go grab it, it's free. So within those 80 tasks, there's a lot of things that you could delegate. So some of them, the admin tasks or finances, you already have people in place, a team that's working on those. But for everything else that's left on your plate, how do you even break down what you should be working on and when? So there's certain things that you should probably be scheduling out every week or month or even quarter. Things like your taxes and organizing your receipts, your finances. Those are things that you should work on every quarter. Then there are things like checking your analytics on your website and your social media. That's probably a once a month or possibly once a week task to make sure that you're tracking things, that your efforts are going to the right place, and that everything's running smoothly and you're getting a return on your investment of time and any money you're spending in case you are hiring out your social media or your marketing, your website. You want to make sure those things are actually paying out for you. So then from there, anything that you have left that isn't a routine item, how do you prioritize that? Here's what I suggest. Go get out a sheet of paper and write down just everything that you have on your plate. Just brain dump it all out. And then from there, I need you to get out some highlighters or different colored pens or just use a little star, heart, square system, whatever works for you, and mark off what are the most important things that you need to get done that'll make the biggest impact. So certain tasks that you couldn't live without, your business needs them to run. Those are the priorities you should be focusing on. So put a little star or highlight those in a certain color. Then from there, do your second priority and then your third. And some tasks you might just need to completely delete and get rid of or defer, put them off for a couple months or a couple weeks, so that you don't get off track with the priorities that are the things that will make your business run, the things that will bring in more income or free up your time to be able to focus on more priorities that are higher. So you've got your list broken down. So now I need you to go back through and look at all of the things that were your top priorities, the things your business needs right now to keep running strong. And those are things, take a new sheet of paper and write those out in the middle. Leave a little space above them. You can have 2 rows if you need, just as long as there's space. And so you want to write each one of those out. And then from there, break it down. What needs to happen first in order to get these done? So maybe for you, you're launching something new and you really need to market it. You have to have people that know about your product or your service if they're going to purchase it. So that might be your priority, is your launch plan or launching itself. What needs to be done before you can launch? So certain tasks, you might need to record YouTube videos, and therefore you need to write a script for your YouTube video. And that means you might need to find equipment for recording. And so those are all the things. You break it down into every little step and work your way up, work your way backwards. So what's the last thing that needs to happen before putting out that marketing piece you're working on? And then what else needs to go into that? And if you do that for every task and you work backwards, then you will automatically create your to-do list. And because time is limited, sometimes you only get around to that first page of top priorities. You can do this exercise for each and every level of your priorities, but this way you're filling your time with the things that are most important and going to make the biggest impact. So rather than spending all of your time on social media, which you think at the time is important, you might realize that you have other things, these emails and networking that you need to go to, joint venture partnerships, other things that might be a little higher priority than posting on Instagram 3 times a day. I know it's a shocker, but there are other things that are more important, and you need to break that down, and you need to be strategic about actually approaching them in the manner that they need to be done. So let me get back to talking about these tasks. So you've got your priority list. Within the middle of your paper, you have the top priority, and then you've broken it down into all the little steps that need to go into it in order to make that happen. So now how do you even prioritize those? Because if you've got 6 of these top priorities on one sheet of paper, each with 10 action steps to go into it, that is a lot to handle. So you need to look at, when is this thing even due? How much time do you have before you need to finish these priority tasks? And then schedule things out. Now, if you have 5 weeks till launch or 2 months till launch, you need to look at how much time you have, and then take those pieces that you broke down, so whatever goes into each piece, space them out and group them according to the weeks that you have left. So if you have 5 weeks, then take everything that needed to be done first and put that as your task list for that first week. Then second tier, what needs to be done next? And because you've already broken things down step by step of all of the prereqs that go into your top priorities, now you're able to put those together into a cohesive timeline. So instead of wondering what needs to be done and what should be done first and what's even a priority, you're able to put together a flowing timeline that supports your highest priorities first. So often we think that being on Instagram 3 times a day and Insta stories all the time is what's going to be best for our marketing. But in reality, those Insta stories disappear after just a couple hours. And your Instagram posts may reach a few hundred people, but are they actually buyers? How are you connecting with your audience and able to really sell to them? Those are the things that you need to be looking at and establishing so that you're able to prioritize the right things. And you want to be successful. I want you to be successful. So you have to break it down. Break it into bite-sized pieces that you're able to handle. Because if you just put on your task, create website, you're going to be so scatterbrained and not know what tasks should go to who if you have a team, and what you should be working on. Do you need copy first, or do you need the design first? Do you need a developer? Do you even know what platform you're launching on? Those are all things that go into every piece. So be thorough, break it down, and ask yourself, what else? What else? What else to every task? Because then you'll really know what's involved and what you need to take care of. You won't miss things that are essential, and you're able to put your top tasks first. And then from there, if you have time left, you can take care of those things that are supporting your main cause, but maybe not essential. So I hope you found this helpful and that it wasn't too confusing. Basically, the overall thought is to just break things down little by little of what needs to be done in order to reach your next milestone. So if you liked this video and found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you were able to follow along and what you do to prioritize your tasks and break them down into bite-sized pieces. Stay tuned to more videos. I hope you hit subscribe so you won't miss out on any of the launch fun that we have for the launch of Bosscation coming up in August. I have a free challenge to help you get on track with Q4, as well as some guest interviews with a bunch of top influencers on how to take back your biz so that you can live a more enriched life. So I hope you stick around, and talk to you later. Bye.